Hey guys, what's up? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Crissanna, and if you're new here, then welcome, and if you're an oldie, welcome back. So guys, in today's video, I'm testing out some new palettes and some different things by Essence. So Essence came out with two palettes. They came out with the Nothing Compares to Nude eyeshadow palette. This is a 6-pan eyeshadow palette, and it does come with a large mirror. They also came out with My Rose Will Go On, also 6-pan palette with a mirror. So I did film another Essence video. That one will be up right before this one. And that was solely on their new coffee palette. And you guys, let me say, I absolutely loved that palette. So if you guys want to check that video out, I will leave it listed in the description box below. I also have 7 new lip liners to test out. I think I might actually lip swatch all of them at the end of this video, because if I don't do it in this video, I don't know if I'm going to have time to do it in another video. I also have their new What the Fake Extreme Plumping Lip Filler. This has chili extract. So that must be where it's gonna burn. So now what I was gonna do first with the palettes is I was gonna do the nude one by itself and then do the rose one in its own separate video. But I think for today, I'm gonna do the nude on this side and do the rose on this side, just because I have so much stuff to get filmed, you guys, and I really don't have time to do 2 separate videos on these. And I also very soon want to do like a room tour of all my makeup and all that good stuff. So if you guys want to see something like that, let me know down in the comment section below. So first, let's go into the Nothing Compares to Nude palette. I have high expectations for these palettes given the fact of how well the coffee one performed. So I'm going to use my Ace Beauté Amplifying Eyeshadow Base. I'm just taking a concealer buffer brush. I'm actually going to use this to clean up my brow as well. I don't know what it is lately, but my brows have not been on fleek. Like, they have just not looking how I want them to look, especially when I'm constantly trying to get them to look even. They look nothing alike. No, brows are like a thing where there's a lot of good days, but there's also a lot of bad days as well. Like, it doesn't matter how good I feel like I can get on my brows. The shape of my brows and the way they grow back in, it's just like if I'm not like up to date on plucking them constantly, they just don't look the best. So I'm first just going to find a transitional shade just to set down the lid. And these shades actually have names on the back. I'm first going to take this light tone shade right here, and this is called No Matter. So there are only 2 matte shades in the palette, and they are both very fair. So I don't think you're going to be able to create like super deep looks with this palette. I mean, this shade does show up on my lid a little bit. I'm going to take a more dense blending brush, and I'm going to take the deeper matte shade. It's called 15 Days. This is going to be my outer V and my crease shade. Again, this shade is so fair. I feel like I'm going to have to use the deepest shimmer shade to really deepen up the outer V, because this shade is just not giving it to me. I'm just going to go back in with the first blending brush with no extra product. I feel like I really don't even need to blend because the shades are so fair. They kind of just blend right into one another. So I actually might go in with like 2 or 3 shimmer shades across the lid. I'm going to take this shimmer shade right here, and this is called Fancy Restaurants. I'm just taking this on a flat brush, and I want to start by applying this shade right here to the inner part. This is definitely more of like a wet shimmer shade, but it is picking up really well with a brush. So I'm going to wipe off that brush, and I'm going to take a different shade. I'm going to take this shimmer shade called Give It Another Try. I'm just going to go right here on the center part. I feel like this is definitely going to be like a shimmery moment eye look. And then I'm going to take a flat kind of fluffy brush, and I'm going to grab this shade up here at the top, and this is called All the Followers. I don't want something super flat and dense, because then I'm not going to be able to really blend it out on the outer V. So again, I'm just going to bring this right here on the outer V. It really feels a little strange putting a deep shimmer out there without a deep matte, but I'm all for trying new things. Guys, it's not a whole lot darker. I mean, it definitely is, but it's not like 10 shades darker or anything. Wow, I really, really like those shimmer shades, and I feel like this would be a really nice eye look, especially like on those natural days and stuff. So I'm going to go back in with that dense kind of blending brush, and I'm just going to blend this out. But honestly, guys, I'm definitely not complaining. I think this looks really pretty. It's super light, super natural, great for every day. Let's go ahead and do the lower lash line, and then we'll move on to look number 2. So I'm going to take 15 Days and All the Followers for the lower lash line. I don't think I've ever put a shimmer shade on my lower lash line before, so that also is going to be something new. So I'm first going in with the matte shade. And then I'm going back in with the fluffy kind of flat brush for the deep shimmer. I'm not like being super precise with it or anything like that. So for the inner corner, I'm just going to go back in with this shade that we use in the inner part, the Fancy Restaurant, because that is the lightest shade in the palette. So I'm pretty much going to apply it and just blend it right in. Alright guys, so far so good. Definitely way more on the natural side, but I kind of knew that based off the pictures. I knew there wasn't like a super dark matte shade. So once I have both eye looks on, I'll put false lashes and all that good stuff on. Probably drives people nuts that I leave false lashes off this one. If it drives you nuts, let me know down in the comments below and I'll start doing lashes as I go. So now we're going to move into the My Rose Will Go On. So I like that this palette has 3 mattes on the top, 3 shimmers on the bottom. So I'm first going to take this matte shade right here called Whatever You Are. And I'm just going to start pretty much blending this all over the place. Pretty much using this to kind of set down the base and everything too. This actually is a nice light pale pink. Shows up a lot more than I thought it was going to. Then I'm going to take this shade right here called Near. And I'm pretty much going to do the same thing with the last shade. Just blend it right here. But yeah, that shade is definitely highly pigmented. Then I'm taking the deepest matte shade called Far. Be my outer V and my crease shade. I don't know what it is, but anytime I wear pink shades, I just feel like they morph and blend so well together. Like there's very little blending when it comes to pink shades. For me anyways, I don't know if that's just me or if I'm tripping, but that's how it feels. So I'm going back in with Near. So it is the medium pink shade. Just gonna blend this out. But we are pretty much done for the blending on that side. We're gonna go ahead and some shimmer shades now. So I'm first gonna take this shade right here in the center called Spaces Between Us. And again, this kind of looks like it's gonna be one of those glazed shimmers. But honestly, it picks up really well with a brush. Most shimmer shades like this, I feel like don't really pick up that well with a brush. I mentioned, I want to say this palette, I think it retails for like $4.99, which honestly is an affordable price for 6 eyeshadows. I'm really surprised that Walmart hasn't like started selling Essence in their stores yet. Super affordable, and a lot of their products are very popular. Then I'm going to take the deepest shimmer called Across the Distance. Not really sure where they're getting these shade names from, like maybe I'm missing something. And this is just going to go right on the outer part. Pretty much morphing it in with the last shimmer and just dragging it. So I'm going to go back into the deepest matte we use, and that one was called Far. Just going to blend. So for the inner corner, I'm going to take this white shade, and this is called For a Lifetime. So this almost looks like it's in between like a matte and a shimmer shade. Like it's not super shimmery, but it's not like a matte either. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to take Whatever You Are and Far into the light one. I'll probably actually use all 3 matte shades on the lower lash line just because this one isn't like super deep. So now that I have both eyes finished, I'm going to go off camera, do some winged eyeliner, do some mascara, and then when I do all that, I'll be right back. So eyes are finished, and if you guys are wondering what lashes I have on, I have a pair from the Revolution Lash Book. So this set comes with 8 pairs, you guys. They are so pretty, and even though every single one of these pairs has a thick band, they have not irritated my eyes one bit. My boyfriend actually got these for me for Christmas, and I have been loving them. And this pair I have in my eyes today, I've been wearing for, I want to say like 6 or 7 days now, and they are still in really good condition. So let's go ahead and test out every single one of these lip liners. Then at the very end, I'll tap off one of these lip liners with the Plumping gloss, and then I'll kind of give you my final thoughts on everything. So I just want to let you know beforehand, these lip liners on Ulta's websites are very, very deceiving. Every single color looked around like brownish, pinkish, reddish tones, but they are all either very red or very, very pink. So let's go ahead and start with the lightest, and then we'll work our way up to the darkest. So number 1 is called Curious. So again, I'll swatch everything on the back of my hand and also my lips. They are very, very creamy though. I think this is probably going to be my favorite shade, honestly. So I am going to fill my whole lip in with this, and then once I got it filled in, I'll come back and show you. Shade number 2 is Just Perfect. This is what Just Perfect looks like. Next shade is 03 Unforgettable. Here is Unforgettable swatched. So let's move on to lip number 4. This is called Naive. Here is Naive. Next up, we have number 5 in Famous. Next up is number 6, Now or Never. Last one is in number 7, Honest. So there are all 6 shades swatched. And again, Ulta does have one more shade on their website, but it is out of stock, and it's been out of stock since I first ordered these a few weeks ago. So I'm not really sure if they're gonna get it in stock or if they might not ever get it. So the shades that I liked the most, which I liked all of them, don't get me wrong, they were all very beautiful, all shades that I would probably wear on different occasions. But the 4 that I liked the most were 02 Just Perfect, 01 Curious, 04 Naive, and 05 Famous. So those were the 4 shades that I liked the most, which is probably not a shocker because I love my neutral shades. I'm gonna remove this, clean up around my mouth, and then we're gonna add a lip liner and then add it with the Plumping gloss. And honestly, you guys, these lip liners took forever to get off with a makeup wipe. That just tells me that they're probably gonna last all day long, which is a good thing. So let's go ahead and read a little bit about this Plumping gloss. So again, this is the What the Fake Extreme Plumping Lip Filler with chili extract. So this is infused with chili extract for a strong tingling effect with hyaluronic acid for an instant plumping effect and hydrated, visibly fuller lips. High shine, tinted finish, and a super smooth finish. So this one was $5.99, but they also came out with a whole collection of lip plumpers. Those ones are $3.99 and they do come in different shades. I'm not really sure why this one was only 1 shade. Maybe because this one is supposed to be like a better formula. Here is what the shade looks like. This is a very pretty shade. Kind of looks like a lip oil. So I'm going to be pairing the lip plumper with shade 04 Naive. Now going in with the lip plumper right on top. So here is what the dofa looks like. So it is a flat one. I've been really getting into lip plumpers lately, especially like the Too Faced ones. I don't honestly particularly think they do much. They do give a little bit of tingliness, but I don't think they actually plump like they're said to do. Because I feel like a tingling and a plumping are like 2 separate things. So already I can definitely feel a cooling effect. Honestly, you guys, this doesn't bother me, but I know it does bother some people. So if you like that cooling sensation, tingling, stuff like that, you're probably not going to like this. But I will leave the $3.99 ones below too, because maybe they're not like as strong. So I will leave them linked below as well. But yeah, here goes the burning. But honestly, if this is almost exactly the same as Too Faced, then this would be a great alternative, much cheaper option. Like even I'm trying to like get this off my hand and it barely wants to come off my hand, which again could be a really good thing. Now I'm not really sure how it's going to wear with the gloss on top. Personally, for me, usually when I wear lip liners with glosses over it. Usually it takes the lip liner completely off, but I guess we'll have to see. Let's go ahead and talk about all this stuff from Essence. So what do I think about the Essence Rose Will Grow On palette, or Rose Will Go On palette? I really like this, you guys, and I think it's a super affordable price. It is very fair and light, so if you're not into shades that are super fair, you probably won't like this. But for on a natural day, it looks really nice, and these shimmers applied beautifully. They were super pigmented, very buttery. They almost give that wet look, and they were really easy to apply with a brush. So I'd give this 10 out of 10 stars, especially for the price. You can't beat it. The nude palette, I really liked this one as well. I would have loved to see a deeper matte shade in here, but I think the deep shimmer shade definitely substituted for a deep matte shade, and everything from this applied really well too. Again, I would give this a 10 out of 10 stars as well. For all of the lip liners, of course, I picked up my favorite shades, but I loved every single shade in this. And as far as I can tell, it's definitely going to last 8 hours like it says on the tube. So yeah, really like these. 10 out of 10 stars for these as well. For the lip pumper as well, 10 out of 10 stars. I feel like it's doing exactly everything that it claims to on the packaging, and it's only $5.99. I mean, that's a steal, especially for a lip plumper when other brands like Too Faced are charging $16, sometimes more. I feel like Too Faced, they charge $16 for like the mini sizes. For the big ones like this size, they charge $27. So yeah, here is the Too Faced one, and then here is the Essence one. So they actually both come with 0.14 ounces. So yeah, as of right now, I would say this is probably a great dupe for the Too Faced one. But all of the Essence stuff that I purchased over the last few weeks, I have been absolutely loving. For the price point, you literally cannot beat it. I'm not really sure if I tried much Essence stuff in the past. I know I've tried the mascaras and things like that, but now I'm starting to get into the eyeshadow palettes and stuff, and everything performed like way higher than my expectations. Like I loved everything. 10 out of 10 would highly recommend. If you guys don't have this stuff, go ahead and pick it up because it is bougie on a budget. So let me know down below if you guys will be buying any of this stuff, and if you are, what will you be buying? If you guys ended up liking this video, please be sure to give it a big ol' thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. If there's anything at all that you guys want to see next, please let me know. And really guys, let me know if you guys want to see a room tour of all my makeup and all that good stuff. Let me know, because I feel like it pushes me a little bit harder when you guys want to see it as well. If it's just me wanting to do it, I just feel lazy and like I don't want to do it. So if you guys do want to see that, let me know. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.